Hi everybody, welcome to Pract Chat, Practitioner Chat with a CoreIndividuation certified practitioner, and today we're going to feature the fabulous, the wonderful Samantha Russell, and she has just received her certification at the end of 2014. So she's been practicing for a few months now because it's May. You've been a practitioner for 5.5 months. So how's it going, Samantha?
Wow, Des, it's just so much fun. I just feel so blessed to have this body of knowledge and to have all these procedures and to be able to help people really have breakthroughs in their physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual well-being. Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right, that's great. Well, one of the things that's interesting is that Samantha actually had a lot of training before she came to CI. So maybe you could tell us a little about your training.
Okay. Well, I was lucky enough to have a mother who attended the Barbara Brennan School of Healing for the 4 years that I was in high school.
Oh, so you're second generation energy.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So I was exposed to things like chakras and auras and energy fields and energy as a concept, you know, when I was 15 years old, and learned meditation at a young age and everything. So I really had a nice introduction. And, you know, when I went to college, I wanted to become a biological psychologist, you know, and study that mind-body interconnection. And I did, but I felt that it was a little too dry for me. So after I graduated from college, I went to massage school, I went to polarity therapy school, I became a Reiki master and a Reiki teacher, and I got a master's degree in counseling psychology. And I had a private practice in the Bay Area starting in 2001, like blending all of these things together. But somehow, you know, and I was effective and I really helped people, but I felt like it was a little too vague. You know? Like I needed something more specific that I could use to really target specific problems with specific procedures and have these breakthroughs that I'm seeing now. Yeah.
That is really interesting. So because we work with the 4 aspects of the authentic self, the physical aspect, the emotional aspect, the psychological aspect, and the spiritual aspect, you've now got tools from all the areas of your different training to really focus on each one of those aspects. But how does CoreIndividuation as a modality blend those things together for you?
Well, CoreIndividuation has the specificity that I was looking for. So, you know, when I was doing Reiki, yes, Reiki you can address emotional, you can address psychological, you can address causal issues of pathology. But CoreIndividuation has the anatomical knowledge. I mean, I know now about the physical body and the 7 layers additionally outside of the physical body. I know about the 7 anatomical systems. I know about the specific anatomy of those anatomical systems. I know about exactly what pathologies to look for, and I know exactly how to realign things that are out of alignment, to remove pathology from the system, to replenish things that are depleted, and to facilitate congestion leaving the structure so that the entire structure can return to wholeness. And what I love about CoreIndividuation is that it's a permanent transformation. Boom, done.
Yeah. Yeah, so there isn't this long, worrying, re-traumatizing process.
No.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was really important to me as I developed the work, that we not have that be a piece that we also then had to heal.
Yeah.
You know, healing the healing, so to speak.
People get really attached to the story of their suffering or the story of their illness. And one of the things that always frustrated me as a psychotherapist is that you can talk about things a lot. You can even have insights, but that doesn't mean that a shift is going to occur.
Right.
And in this body of work, shifts happen. I mean, transformation happens. It's like before, after.
How have you seen that happen in your just practice for just a few months now? How have you seen those kinds of shifts occurring? Like, can you give us a specific example of one?
Yes. So I had a 48-year-old female who had been suffering from severe depression and anxiety and severe symptoms of Lyme's disease come in. And in the space of 2 sessions, her anxiety, which was almost at a suicidal level, went away.
Wow.
And she just said, I don't even know what to do with myself now because I'm so used to being anxious that now that I don't have this anxiety, I don't even know who I am. And I was like, that's a good problem to have, you know? Let's keep going.
Let's work with that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, what about your own personal transformation? How is it this work impacted your own personal healing?
Yeah. So one of the things that I love about CoreIndividuation is that we have to receive treatments in the process of becoming a practitioner, which I think is really important because you need to know what you're talking about from an experiential level, not just from, you know, a cognitive level, right? And so I went through a series of 6 CI sessions with a really high-level CI practitioner who's been doing this, I don't know, for 15 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to be the client, and you know, I got to release things that I didn't even know were in my structure. You know, like really old wounds from my family history. You know, like signatures of my parents and my grandparents' traumatic experiences that were stored in my structure that I didn't even know were there, that were affecting me on a really profound level. Also, you know, I have to say, one of the things that drove me to become a healer is my own trauma, of course, right?
It's very true for many people.
Yeah. And so this has been just the most fun healing process I've ever been through because what I'm discovering is that in my core I really am joyful. You know, and all of that heaviness and the anxiety and the sort of like chronic, I don't know, melancholy that I had struggled with for most of my life is not who I am, and it's actually gone.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I remember when I met you, I remember thinking, this is a bright light.
Thank you.
Yeah, a bright light, and she sure is. It's just magnificent talking to you. I have one more question I want to ask. What do you see for the future of CoreIndividuation? Where is this thing going?
Oh, well, this is so exciting. I feel so happy to be alive at this moment in time because there really is a sea change happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think what's really important is that healers are going to learn how to not deplete themselves and exhaust themselves in the process of being a healer.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a game changer. The other thing that I see as possible is, of course, you and I are going to be doing a talk at Kaiser in June, introducing medical professionals to energetic anatomy and energetic healing. And, you know, what I see is that 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 years from now, we are going to be completely implementing energetic anatomy with medical treatment. And that is so exciting. And the other thing I can see is that veterinary care with animals will also start including energetic anatomy. And psychology will start including energy psychology and helping people release trauma by working with the entire energetic structure, not just the mind.
Right.
Or maybe even the body.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I just feel like there's a wide open panoramic view of where we're going with this. I think this is really a shift in human consciousness that globally we're going to be stepping into, and it's going to touch every aspect of our lives.
Thank you, Samantha. Samantha Russell, Marin County, CoreIndividuation, Level 1 practitioner.
Thank you.